Right.
but now nowhere near as much as they have now. But the dilemma is the transfer station people. What do you do with them? If you make the assumption that the people who use the transfer station, like the guy that came and visited us, he says he brings a McQuaid's plastic bag once a week, then he would have one bag a month. But then you have another problem if you have to keep that bag all month, and you attract critters.
Right.
But there was some discussion about that, having different size
All
bags.
right, there's some.
Well, if he only
Yeah.
uses a McQuaid's bag once a week,
Yeah, maybe McQuaid's back. That's ready.
that's kind of small.
We can.
They had a small bag, that one,
They
but
did.
I don't think,
Yeah.
I don't think it's
This is the only two that.
average for someone to have that.
We have our bag, our garbage done
I don't
every
think
2
even
weeks.
broccoli, really.
And,
Is that, like, that's pretty small.
That's pretty long.
Like,
Bigger than
even,
McQuaid's though.
even in 2 weeks, 2
How can you
weeks.
have one little bag from McQuaid's in a whole week?
He's a vegetarian.
Compost,
Yes,
and
compost
recycles,
pile.
and he has very little paper. Oh, I mean,
Styrofoam pile,
that's about
plastic
it, yeah.
pile.
This one is one of the larger ones. So you
So
wrote-
what do we do?
So if you reduced it to, if you reduce if the transfer station, if the fee, as you said, what did you say the fee was
Go
0?
zero. Make it zero.
So,
And if they use 8 bags, they're paying $44 more than they're paying today.
with the 145?
I don't-
145,000?
I'm not even looking at that.
But the guy who uses this much trash a year is gonna pay less than $100.
That
The
could be
people
true.
who
Can you make-
use more than 8 bags a month are gonna be paying more than
Can you make the
$100.
assumption that people who use the transfer station use less?
I don't think we know much about people who
You probably
use,
I think so, yeah.
use
But how much
less.
more? Use less bags than, I don't know.
Why? No, I wouldn't make that.
I used the transfer station, I had a family gathering, and I had 3 trips to the transfer station to get rid of all the stuff.
I don't think we can make that assumption.
Yeah, maybe you can, yeah.
That would be an assumption. I don't think we have any basis
I
for
don't know,
that
I
assumption.
mean, I don't know.
But he's not gonna spend $100 a year on bags.
He might not.
And some people who are up there, and the reason they like the $100 is because they filled a ton of trash. Maybe they spend more than $100. I mean, I don't know.
I don't know how you find that answer out, but I think it would be risky if we put a program in and start charging for bags without knowing what the population response is going to be.
Well, I don't know how to find out statistics like that
I don't
from the
either.
transfer station. If we asked
Well,
Gary,
I've got a daughter who's heading to Paris over the weekend, and she's just in town, she doesn't live
Very
in
nice.
Rhode Island, so she's in town, I've got to
Go.
do my
Fatherly duties. right?
fatherly duties, which are much easy to do.
Well, I'm not sure we have any assignments, but
But
I
I
don't
said,
know where we
I got
are.
science. I got
Science.
assignments.
I'll send you
Assignments,
my little
yeah.
sheet. I'll send it to you.
So I don't know where we are on this thing, we can keep talking about it, I
So I'll give
suppose.
some more thought in terms of these, the breakout of the.
Can we have some
distributed costs.
clarification about what goes up to the transfer station too?
You mean the recyclables?
Recyclables, garbage, large items, what's allowed, what's not allowed up there?
Yeah, okay.
And if there are large items, what do you do with them?
If they're what?
If there are large items, what do you do with them?
Oh, bulky waste stuff?
Yes.
Are we making sure that the scrap metal goes to the scrap metal place?
Oh, that does, yeah.
Or-
Yeah, absolutely. We get, we sell it on whatever.
I know, but we're having some sketchy
Really?
details about it. And then
Oh.
when I went up there, he mentioned that it absolutely went to the transfer station. Didn't make it to the scrap metal place, and there's big holes in the stacks about that. So if we could just
Yeah,
maybe find out what it's been looking like recently.
I can check with my, person who keeps those account numbers is my
Mhm.
secretary.
Oh, that'd be great.
So
That'd be great.
she's pretty good about,
And then should we be getting new fiscal year numbers maybe next month? Or is that too soon?
Everyone
to
has to
expect?
pay it.
Oh, for the transfer station stickers?
Everyone has to pay.
Well, for the stacks that we have, I know they run.
We should get, I usually get those by the middle of the following month.
So we should get them in the next couple weeks?
Yeah.
That'd be great.
In fact, I can email them out, I guess.
That'd be
So everybody else pays,
Yeah.
they don't.
Numbers, okay.
Maybe that could be.
Maybe, I don't know.
Thanks.
Keep it straight. Don't leave, I have assignments.
She live in Paris,
All
or
right.
she just coming in for the weekend?
That should be.
Actually, she's just come in and she just got back from, she kind of travels a lot. She works for Bowie Brown Cosmetics. And she just got back from Los Angeles and now she's going to Paris to, she kind of represents the product. So, I don't see her that often, yeah.
All right.
My baby.
Tell her to come home before August though, because the whole continent goes on vacation in the month of August.
What does?
Yes, France and Italy and Spain.
So it's
I have heard
I
that.
took my family over there 2 weeks in August once.
Yeah.
And there was,
It was
nobody,
just, well,
nothing was open.
oh, you mean, because they all went on vacation.
10,000 people on the street walking around. Every place you went to was overcrowded. So get out of here. before
Oh,
August.
good night.
Well, okay, thank you.
Okay, thanks, Mike.
Take care.
See you, good to see everybody.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bye.
I have an assignment for everyone. The folks at the Jamestown Press made another suggestion to me that I thought was a pretty good one. And that was, rather than having an article, a lengthy article once a month, why don't we have a recycling tip once a week? Just
Just a
a little blurb saying, wrap your cardboard in 2-foot squares or else it won't get picked up. Or don't break glass.
The plastic companies just said you can leave your lids on your bottles when you recycle them.
They did.
And that just came out
I don't rubbish
last
puts it
month.
on my lawn if I put a cap on it. I have to take the caps off, and they won't accept caps either.
It was just official last week.
I've left mine,
Really?
yeah.
Well, maybe he just doesn't like me, that's all.
Well, I don't think it was official before then. I think it
Because I've been
was,
nuts taking the caps off, and I have to throw the caps away someplace. Well, anyway, here's what I would suggest. Why don't everybody write me a small tip? And we'll put them all together and
With
edit them,
nail
make them look pretty. The Jamestown Press guys do a good job at that. They make it look pretty and they'll put it in the newspaper. Rather than a real long article that people might not want to read, or if they read it, there's so many facts in it they forget. But once a week, put in something, just a little tip.
I think, I had a plastic, what was a pretty firm piece of plastic that I think some kids' goggles or something came in. And on the bottom it said, recycle this, but then it had a big fine on it. And now, that kind of thing, and I told you that Donna Drager, who used to be the editor of the paper, she wrote to me from Florida, and then she's here now, and said, how come when that, you think it's recyclable, with a 2 on it, or 1, it isn't. And those are the
Well,
kinds
there's
of
a lot
things
of
that
questions up
people
there.
want to
The
know.
1 and 2 plastic things, and Steve told us they won't accept it unless the opening is smaller than the diameter.
right,
That's a strange rule. How are you ever going to get that around to everybody? So that's a good,
That's what I was
Thank you.
thinking.
And this all comes, the restrictions all come from resource recovery.
Right. right.
Right. I wrote, when I wrote her, I said, what's happening? She said, they're throwing it back. And I said, what's happening is because the machines up there can't take it.
I gotta take a trip up there and try to understand that, because
We
I'm
should
not sure
all
I
take a
understand.
trip up there.
I'd
really
like
should.
to,
We
but
really
like
should.
where I work, my boss is big into recycling. They use the glass, they shred it up, and they use it as a cover for the recycling, for the,
It makes no sense at all to me at all.
well, the glass recycling rates are pretty low financially, but he also said glass is just horrible to recycle because it cuts up the machinery, it wrecks the motors if it gets where it shouldn't be. It